There's a quiet war happening inside you, a battle that is unseen yet shapes everything you do. You feel it every day. The voice that whispers doubts, the thoughts that race, the emotions that cloud your judgment. It's as if your mind is working against you, pulling you in directions that leave you exhausted and unfulfilled. What if, instead of fighting against this constant barrage, you learn to embrace it, to transform it? Imagine for a moment if your mind could become your greatest ally instead of your harshest enemy. We are taught to see the mind as something to control, something to dominate with logic and force. But what if the real answer lies in surrender? What if the key to unlocking peace and clarity doesn't come from trying to tame the mind, but rather from understanding it through a different lens, one of ancient wisdom and Eastern discipline? In the stillness of the mountains, in the silence of the temple, the mind is not something to be conquered. It is something to be observed. Imagine yourself sitting cross-legged on the floor, eyes closed, hands resting on your knees. The world around you fades away. There is only your breath, the sound of it filling your body, the rise and fall, the ebb and flow. The thoughts will come as they always do. But in this moment, you don't fight them. You don't chase them. You simply let them be. Like clouds drifting across the sky, you watch them pass without attachment. Do you feel the weight of it? The simplicity? The freedom? In Eastern philosophy, this is the essence of discipline. Not to control, but to release, to be present with what is. It's a subtle art, one that requires patience and practice, but with each moment you surrender, the mind begins to work with you, not against you. The tension between thought and awareness is the battlefield of the modern world. We've been taught to believe that our thoughts define us, that we are our thinking. But Eastern teachings show us a different way, a deeper truth. You are not your thoughts. You are the space in which they arise, the silent observer who watches them come and go. This realization is a quiet revolution. It's the beginning of freedom. The mind, when left to its own devices, can spiral into chaos. It holds on to past wounds, clings to anxieties about the future, and builds walls that keep us trapped in a cycle of suffering. But what happens when we learn to let go of those attachments, to stop feeding the stories our minds tell us? The ancient practices of meditation, mindfulness, and deep breathing are not just techniques. They are ways of reconnecting with that stillness within. That place where thoughts don't control us, but exist alongside us, harmless. When we allow ourselves to breathe deeply, to truly be in the present moment, we create space between stimulus and reaction. We stop the endless loop of rumination, the constant overthinking, and start to reclaim our power. You see, the mind will always work. There's no stopping that. But what if it didn't have to work against you? What if you could turn the tide and have it work for you? In the East, they understand this principle deeply. In every moment of mindfulness, in every slow breath, there is a return to balance. You are not a prisoner to your thoughts. You are the master of them. You are the still lake in the midst of the storm, unaffected by the winds that blow across its surface. But how do we move from theory to practice? It starts with an invitation to slow down, to stop rushing, to simply be in the moment. Notice the way your body feels. Notice your breath. Notice the sounds around you. The art of Eastern discipline lies in the simple act of being fully present, not in the past, not in the future, but here, now. If you find yourself struggling, it's okay. This isn't something that happens overnight. The mind has been conditioned to be chaotic, to be busy, to be in control. But with patience, with practice, it can change. One breath at a time, one moment at a time, you can begin to shift the dynamic. You can start to break the cycle, to free yourself from the constant noise and allow your mind to become a calm, supportive ally. I want you to ask yourself this: How much of your life has been spent running from your thoughts, trying to escape them, trying to push them away? What if, instead, you simply stopped running? What if you could sit with them, see them for what they truly are, and let them pass without judgment? This is the key to freedom, the power of the present moment, the wisdom of the East, and the discipline of mindfulness. In the end, the choice is yours. You can continue to let your mind work against you, or you can begin the journey of understanding, of stillness, and of freedom. And here, in this quiet space, I ask you to share your thoughts with me. What is the one thought or belief that has held you back? Let's talk about it in the comments below. I'd love to hear your reflections and support you on this journey. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to join this community of seekers. Together, we can learn how to quiet the mind and unlock our true potential.